In 2022, Russia withheld hundreds of foreign-owned but Russian-operated aircraft. Reuters has since reported that aircraft leasing firms have struck settlements for over a quarter of the total number. With the aircraft seemingly unrecoverable at this point, settlements which include compensation seem to be the best-case scenario for these leasing firms. The full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine led to Western sanctions on the Russian aviation industry. Many of the Boeing and Airbus airliners operated by Russian airlines are leased aircraft owned by foreign companies. It has previously been reported that Russia had allocated $4 billion to buying out foreign-owned aircraft. More recently, Reuters reported that the settlements between the leasing firms and Russia total around $2.7 billion, covering over a quarter of the approximately 400 withheld aircraft. As part of the deals, the leasing companies handed ownership of the jets over to the state insurance company NSK, which in turn transferred them to Russian airline companies. This was not one settlement, but the result of a string of settlements. According to Reuters, lessors have been, quote, suing dozens of insurers over losses of at least $8 billion related to the trapped planes. More legal cases are currently being heard in London and the United States. The list of settlements to date is quite long, but here's what we have thus far. AerCap, the world's largest lessor, has secured two settlements. The first was for $645 million for over 17 jets and 5 engines leased to Aeroflot, and the second was for $572 million for over 47 aircraft and 5 spare engines leased to JSC Ural Airlines and S7 Airlines. AerCap is also suing AIG, Lloyd's of London and others for $3.5 billion and the loss of 116 aircraft and 23 engines. Aircastle and BOC Aviation have outstanding claims against insurers. In October 2023, it was reported that SMBC Aviation Capital had received $710 million in a payout over Aeroflot aircraft. Ireland's CDB Aviation is owned by the China Development Bank. It settled for approximately $195 million for 4 planes and later settled for a 5th aircraft. Aircastle received $43 million for 4 aircraft, among other settlements. Air Lease has received around $64.9 million for 4 Airbus jets flying with S7 Airlines, with another 5 unresolved. BOC Aviation received $219 million in October 2023 for 9 seized aircraft leased to Pobeda and Rossia, subsidiaries of Aeroflot, and another $50 million the next month for 3 aircraft leased to S7. Other aircraft lessors that lost aircraft in Russia include Dubai Aerospace, GA Telesis, and SMBC Aviation Capital. Despite the settlements, many of these aircraft lessors have reported large aircraft asset write-downs. In addition to sorting things out with lessors, Russia's aviation sector seems to be getting by despite Western sanctions. Evading sanctions and getting parts through other countries is one method of coping, while reverse engineering components is another. The country ultimately hopes to revive its domestic aircraft production and offer alternatives to Western passenger aircraft. What do you think of all of these settlements? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.